All right, today we are going on a journey, a big one. We're headed to the very edge of created reality, deep into the celestial realms of Islamic cosmology. We're going to explore two of the most incredible concepts you'll find there: the Lote tree, which is this amazing marker at the boundary of all creation, and the Kursi, often called the footstool of power.
You know, we hear all the time about the seven heavens, right? These massive celestial domes, layered one on top of the other. But the thing is, as we learned from the Prophet Muhammad's famous night journey, that's really just the beginning. So the question that's going to drive us today is this: what's out there beyond that final seventh heaven? What incredible things were seen at the absolute furthest edge of creation? To get some answers, we're going to dive right into the descriptions from that very cosmic trip. It was a journey that unveiled secrets about the sheer scale and just mind-blowing magnificence of the divine kingdom. It really pushes the boundaries of what we can even imagine. Okay, so our first stop, just past that seventh heaven, is a creation of just breathtaking beauty. It's called the Sidrat Al-Muntaha, which translates to the Lote tree of the utmost boundary.
Now, this is not your average tree. Not even close. The Prophet described its fruits as being as huge as great water jugs, and its leaves as wide as the ears of an elephant. Can you picture that? The branches themselves were said to be made of pearl, jacinth, and chrysolite, and fluttering all around it were what looked like butterflies made of pure gold, while this divine light and colors you just can't describe washed over the whole thing. It's a sight that's, well, it's totally beyond anything we have here on Earth.
The real key to understanding it is right there in the name, Al-Muntaha, the utmost boundary. So why is it called that? Well, because it represents a fundamental limit in the cosmos. It's the point where the knowledge of every created being, even the highest angels like Gabriel, just stops. It's the final destination for all the deeds of humanity ascending up from Earth. And it's the station where divine commands come down from before being carried out. It's basically a cosmic nexus point. And get this, the tree also acts as a source of life. Tradition tells us that 4 rivers actually spring from its base. 2 of them are rivers in paradise, but the other 2 are said to flow all the way down to become the great rivers of the Nile and the Euphrates right here on Earth. Their blessedness comes from this incredible celestial source. As magnificent as the Lote tree is, it's really just a boundary marker for something even bigger. Way, way vaster. Beyond it lies a reality of truly incomprehensible scale, a structure known as the Kursi, which is often translated as the footstool. To give you even a tiny sense of the scale we're talking about, listen to this incredible prophetic analogy. Imagine taking all 7 heavens and the entire Earth, everything we think of as creation, and squishing it all down into a single iron ring. Now imagine throwing that tiny little ring into the middle of a vast empty desert. In that analogy, the ring is all of creation, and the desert, that is the Kursi. So, the Kursi isn't just another layer of reality. It's a completely different dimension that totally contains and surrounds everything inside the 7 heavens. The jump in scale from one to the other is, well, it's almost impossible for our minds to really grasp. So, what is the Kursi exactly? The sources describe it not as a literal chair, but as a real, physical, colossal cosmic structure that acts as a container for the heavens and the earth. And more importantly, it's the center of divine governance. It's a treasury for divine knowledge, a conduit for divine command, and the wellspring of the divine mercy that flows out to all of creation. And here, right here, is where this grand cosmic journey connects directly to the daily life of millions of people. That very same cosmic structure, the Kursi, is the subject of one of the most famous and powerful verses in the entire Quran, Ayat Al-Kursi, the verse of the throne. So how does this gigantic cosmic map connect to a verse people recite every single day for protection? That connection is precisely what gives the verse its profound power. The verse itself tells us. It's right there in the text. It says, His Kursi extends over the heavens and the earth. See, this isn't just a metaphor for power. It's a direct statement describing the physical reality of this all-encompassing cosmic structure we've just been exploring. And when you look closer, the entire verse is like a commentary on this reality. The ever-living, the self-sustaining, refers to the absolute power that governs from this cosmic command center. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, points to the Kursi being the storehouse of divine knowledge. And he feels no fatigue. Well, that speaks to the effortless divine might it takes to sustain a structure of that magnitude. Every single line just deepens our understanding. So what does all of this mean for us right now? This cosmic understanding completely transforms the act of reciting that verse. It takes it from just saying words to a profound spiritual act with real cosmic implications.
When you recite Ayat Al-Kursi, you're doing so much more than just asking for protection. You are consciously invoking the reality of that all-encompassing power, knowledge, and mercy. You are tapping into the very system that governs the heavens and the earth.
Here's how it works. By reciting it with this understanding, you are actively aligning yourself with that divine sustaining power. You're placing yourself inside the sphere of God's infinite knowledge and asking for the protection that comes from His mercy. In a way, the verse becomes a tool for spiritual ascension, a way to wrap your soul in the very fabric of that cosmic strength. So we've journeyed from the seven heavens to the Lote and into the sheer vastness of the Kursi. And we did all that just to understand the depth packed into a single verse. It really leaves us with a final, awe-inspiring thought. If one single verse can contain the reality of the cosmos itself, just imagine what other wonders and realities are waiting to be discovered in the rest.